Welcome to Decoration. Today, we're taking you on a breathtaking visual journey through a Pottery Barn inspired American cottage summer house, overflowing with vintage charm and soft neutrals. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our inspiring content. The home's exterior features a quaint painted wood facade with vintage wicker benches, pale mint shutters framing the doorway, and terracotta planters overflowing with delicate spring blooms, while a lush garden path lined with peonies and pink roses leads to a charming weathered picket fence, all captured to highlight its welcoming and tranquil allure. The welcoming sunroom opens into the garden, showcasing exposed wooden beams, gauzy sheer curtains that filter sunlight, antique spindle armchairs upholstered in oatmeal linen beside a time-worn farmhouse table, and vintage botanical prints with porcelain pitchers filled with lilacs and apple blossoms, creating a serene and light-filled retreat. In a cozy corner of the living room, an oversized slip-covered linen sofa offers the perfect spot for relaxation. Complemented by a rustic coffee table made from reclaimed wood, throw pillows in sage, dove gray, and blush tones, a vintage rug atop pine floorboards, and brass chandeliers casting a warm, golden glow, creating an inviting and comfortable atmosphere. farmhouse dining room features a rustic trestle table beautifully set for brunch with mismatched vintage porcelain plates, muslin throws draped gently over laid-back chairs, an iron lantern hanging above a eucalyptus garland centerpiece, and chipped enamel pitchers overflowing with baby's breath and magnolia sprigs, adding natural and charming details. In the cozy kitchen nook, open oak shelves display vintage mason jars and hand-thrown ceramic bowls, while a farmhouse apron sink sits beneath white subway tile and soft mint shaker cabinets, with a wooden table paired with classic spindleback chairs and a potted olive tree beside a woven basket of wildflowers, adding rustic charm. The master bedroom features a wrought iron canopy bed draped in airy white linen curtains, soft cotton quilts in blush and gray, salvaged barnwood nightstands, milk glass table lamps glowing warmly beside porcelain vases filled with pink peonies, and a hand-woven wicker bench gracefully resting at the foot of the bed. In the guest room, a chalky white spindle bed sits beneath a delicate crocheted coverlet, with a vintage dressing table holding frames of pressed flowers, a Windsor chair draped with a faded pastel quilt, and a rattan pendant light casting a soft glow above a pale pastel rug covering the pine floors. The home office corner features a built-in oak desk beneath a mullioned window with soft dove gray shelves holding leather-bound journals, a distressed leather chair offering a cozy seat, and a vintage gooseneck lamp adding charm beneath botanical lithographs hung on the wall, all bathed in natural light. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our inspiring content. In the laundry room, mint-painted beadboard walls surround a farmhouse sink, complemented by vintage baskets and hand-crocheted washcloths with pendant lights overhead dripping with trailing ivy vines and a chevron rug tying the space together with a soft, springtime vibe. The bathroom is a tranquil retreat featuring marble mosaic flooring and classic subway tile wainscoting, with a clawfoot tub resting beside a reclaimed farm table topped with rolled towels and a porcelain pitcher of spring flowers, and ivory porcelain sinks and brass fixtures gleaming under the light of a vintage wall sconce. The reading nook sits beneath a bank of windows, dressed in flowing linen draperies, with a vintage armchair covered with a patchwork quilt resting next to a driftwood side table stacked with well-loved books, and a brass reading lamp casting a golden glow across a seagrass rug and cozy fringe throw. The mudroom entryway features custom dove gray cubbies and a tongue-and-groove ceiling, with woven straw baskets and hand-woven totes hanging from wrought iron hooks, a braided rag rug welcoming guests, and cream-painted brick floors and a sprig of magnolia greenery, completing the vintage cottage appeal. In In the breakfast nook, a curved oak banquette is upholstered in oatmeal linen, with a weathered round pine table sitting beneath a rustic spindle chandelier, and a pastel ceramic pitcher filled with freesia at the center, surrounded by soft yellow walls and a muted jute island rug. The hallway features an eclectic gallery of botanical watercolors in distressed frames, with soft lighting highlighting the artwork, a console table topped with porcelain urns, and trailing ivy adding warmth, and a vintage runner leading deeper into the cottage, with floral wallpaper completing the springtime charm. In the sewing room, an antique walnut workstation displays fabric swatches and lace trims, with a painted Windsor chair with a cushion sitting beside a rattan basket of pastel yarn, and braided rugs on pine floorboards, creating a soft, creative space filled with vintage character. The screened porch overlooks the backyard garden, featuring a painted wood swing draped in faded floral cushions, a weathered coffee table surrounded by potted hydrangeas, iron trellises holding climbing ivy, and checkered tile floors and string lights, adding to the rustic, magical spring atmosphere. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our inspiring content. The backyard patio includes a cobblestone seating area bordered by low boxwood hedges and a stone fire pit, with wooden benches with knit throws sitting beneath string lights that hang between olive trees, casting a magical glow on vintage pottery filled with tulips and sweet peas. The herb garden is enclosed with a low picket fence and raised cedar beds filled with rosemary and lavender, with a cobblestone path winding past blooming chamomile and lavender under a soft pale sky, creating a fragrant and perfect retreat for springtime lovers. The vegetable patch includes wooden cold frames and climbing pea vines on trellises, with neat rows of lettuce, carrots, and radishes framed by blooming tulips and daffodils, the pastel blooms offering a gentle contrast to the robust vegetables, balancing function with vintage charm. The backyard studio cottage is framed with blooming wisteria and grapevines. Its whitewashed shiplap walls and pale sage roof giving it classic charm, while French doors open onto a stone terrace filled with vintage pottery, ranunculus, and sweet peas, with pale pink cherry blossoms completing the magical spring scene. From a slightly elevated perspective, the home's exterior appears as a welcoming beacon, its quaint painted wood facade glowing softly under the midday sun, while vintage wicker benches with soft linen cushions and pale mint shutters add to its tranquil allure. Within the welcoming sunroom, a close-up focuses on the interplay of light and shadow on the exposed wooden beams, with gauzy sheer curtains creating an ethereal diffusion of sunlight. highlighting the subtle texture of the oatmeal linen upholstery on antique spindle armchairs. In the cozy corner of the living room, the oversized, slip-covered linen sofa takes center stage, with a rustic coffee table made from reclaimed wood and throw pillows in sage, dove gray, and blush tones, creating an intimate and inviting space. A high-angle shot captures the entire farmhouse dining room, revealing the exquisite setting of the rustic trestle table with mismatched vintage porcelain plates, muslin throws, and an iron lantern above a eucalyptus garland centerpiece, emphasizing a relaxed sophistication. We hope you enjoyed this detailed tour of a truly inspiring home. If you love the classic, rustic, and vintage decor, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Decoration Channel, and hit that notification bell for more beautiful ideas. See you in the next video.